Okay, in this video, I am going to discuss the different problems related to random variables and probability distributions. So let us start the first problem. Construct a probability distribution for rolling a single die. So alam natin kapag nag-roll tayo ng die, there are 6 possible outcomes, which are the numbers in the different phases of a die. So the possible sample space is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. These are the what? The numbers located in the faces of a die. And we know that the probability for each outcome is 1/6. Why? Because the probability of getting 1 when you roll a die is 1/6. The probability of getting 2 when you roll a die is also 1/6, and so on and so forth. So therefore, the probability distribution will be the table here. So yung variable x natin, yung random variable x natin, ang possible values niya yung 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, the elements of the sample space, and their corresponding probabilities, which are 1, 6, 1, 6, 1, 6, and so on. So to check if the answer is correct, you just add the probabilities. And if the sum is equal to 1, so we are correct. So 1, 6 plus 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 1, 6 is equal to 6/6. And we know that 6/6 is equal to 1. So this is correct. This is the probability distribution for the given problem. Okay, let us have the second problem. Construct the probability distribution for the random variable x that represents the number of heads when 3 coins are tossed. So we know that when we toss 3 coins, there are 8 possible outcomes. Why? We use the rule 2 raised to 3 is equal to 8. So the possible outcomes are head, 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 tail, head, tail, head, head, tail, 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 head, head, tail, head, tail, 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 head, and tail, tail, tail. Paano nakuha yun? You can use tree diagram. So look at the previous lesson natin about probability. So using tree diagram, mahanap natin yung possible outcomes when 3 coins are tossed. Sabi sa problem, yung x daw is a random variable that represents the number of heads. So by looking at the sample space, yung mga possible outcomes, there are 4 possible values of x, yung number of heads. Pwedeng walang head, 0, yung tail, tail, tail. Pwedeng 1 head lang, yung tail, head, tail, 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 head. So, isang head. Pwedeng 2 heads, like yung head, head, tail, tail, head. So, 2 heads. And pwede rin namang 3 heads, yung head, head, head. Kaya ang possible values ng random variable natin na x ay 0, 1, 2, 3. So, ano yung corresponding probabilities? So, the probability of x equals 0, meaning 0 head, is yung tail, 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 1 out of 8. And the probability of getting 1, meaning 1 head. So we have tail, tail, head, tail, and head, tail, tail. So there are 3 out of 8. So ang probability niya, 3/8. And the probability of getting x equals 2, meaning 2 heads. So we have head, head, tail, head, and tail, head. So there are also 3. Kaya 3/8. And the probability of getting 3 heads, ayun yun, yung head, head. So 1 out of 8. So yun yung ating probability distribution. So to check, i-add natin 1/8 plus 3/8 plus 3/8 plus 1/8 is 8/8, which is equal to 1. So the answer is correct. Let us have some algebra here. So determine the value of c so that the function below can serve as a probability distribution of the discrete random variable x. Our function is p of x equals c times quantity x squared plus 4. For x is equal to 0, 1, 2, 3. Yung x equals 0, 1, 2, 3, yung 0, 1, 2, 3 dyan, yun yung possible values of the random variable x. So how we are going to do this? We know that to make a distribution, a probability distribution, dapat yung sum nila is equal to 1. Yung sum ng kanyang probabilities ay equal to 1. So what we are going to do is to substitute the values or the possible values of the random variable x and then get the sum and equate it to 1. So to solve for c. So we have c times yung value ng x natin na una, 0, 0 squared plus 4 plus c times another value of x which is 1, 1 is squared plus 4 plus c times 2 squared plus 4 plus c times 3 squared plus 4 equals 1. So c times, so 0 squared is 0 plus 4, so c times 0 plus 4 plus c, and 1 squared is 1, so 1 plus 4 plus c times 2 squared, 4 plus 4 plus c times 3 squared, 9 plus 4 equals 1. 0 plus 4 is 4 times c, 4c. 1 plus 4, 5 times c, 5c. 4 plus 4, 8 times c, 8c. And 9 plus 4, 13 times c, 13c equals 1. So, then combine the terms, 4c plus 5c plus 8c plus 13c equals 30c, which is equal to 1. So, to solve for c, we divide both sides by 30. So, therefore, the value of c that will make the function a probability distribution is 1 over 30. Okay, let us have problem number 4. Construct the distribution for the formula and determine whether it is a probability distribution. So the function or the formula is p of x equals x over x plus 2, for which x equals 0, 1, 2. So the possible values of the random variable x are 0, 1, and 2. So how we are going to construct the distribution? So we have to make a table. We have the x and the p of x. And the values of x are 0, 1, 2. Then, isa-substitute natin yung mga values na yan. For x equals 0, so we have 0 over 0 plus 2. So, 0 over 2 equals 0. For x equals 1, so we have 1 over 1 plus 2. So, 1 over 3. And for x equals 2, so we have p of x is 2 over 2 plus 2, 2/4. So, ang values ng p of x ay 0, 1/3, and 2/4. So, yan yung ating distribution. So, para malaman kung siya ay probability distribution, i-add natin yung mga values ng p of x, yung mga probabilities. So, we have 0 plus 1/3 plus 2/4. So, when you add this, the sum is 5 over 6. And since yung sum hindi equal to 1, so not equal to 1, so hindi siya probability distribution. Kasi para maging probability distribution, dapat ang sum ng probabilities ay equal to 1. Okay, pag naman sinabing mean is the expected value of a given distribution. So let us have the fifth problem and the last problem. If 3 coins are tossed, find the mean of the number of heads that occur. So alam na naman natin ang probability distribution when we toss 3 coins ay yung nasa table, 0, 1, 2, 3, and 1, 8, 3, 8, 3, 8, 1, 8. Paano natin makukuha ang mean? Simple lang. Ang gagawin lang natin is i-multiply yung value ng x sa kanyang corresponding probability, then i-get yung sum. So, i-add natin lahat. So, 0 times 1, 8, plus 1 times 3, 8, plus 2 times 3, 8, plus 3 times 1, 8. So, using your calculator, we have 0 plus 3, 8, plus 6, 8, plus 3, 8. So, when you add this, the sum is 12 over 8. And ang decimal form ng 12 over 8, 1/5. So, ibig sabihin, ang mean or yung expected value when 3 coins are tossed is 1.5.